Hey everybody, welcome to Moral Ambiguity. Before we do anything, just want to congratulate Jake on the birth of his baby girl born on Halloween night.
Congratulations on Spooky Baby.
So,
Child's gonna have a lot of fun birthdays.
yeah,
Yeah.
for real. I'm getting over a sick, so I'm getting over a sick.
We get what you meant.
Yeah, I'm getting over a cold, so if I sound weird. Anyway, this chapter of Moral Ambiguity is going to be based in Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Finally, a different system. Woo!
Yay!
So, Nick, where the fuck are we?
Most historians will point to Samuel Keir's chemical refining of petroleum into one of the most important acts in the advancement of human technology. Since then, it has been a constant struggle to find the next big thing that will move people forward. Derleth Multinational is a company that branches out into multiple fields of research, from, organic consumption to, chemical. Right now, everyone works for Derleth Multinational in the underwater base known as the Auroch, drilling what the world knows is just drilling oil. In reality, Derleth Multinational is basically trying to figure out how to convert thermal underwater energy into electrical energy for use. That is where everyone is working right now. A underwater facility that is half oil drilling, half laboratory testing.
Neat.
It is 1987. You guys are...
Time out. It's 87. Is that going to matter that our character sheets are the 20s version?
Nope.
Okay. Just making sure.
That is actually a great question.
Madness is madness, regardless of the year.
This is true.
I just wanted to make sure before I went any further filling shit out.
Yep. Nope. Treat it normal. You guys aren't going to be... you guys are stuck in an underwater base. It's not really going to matter what time period it is. Let's see. I said 1987. I wanted to say...
That was the year I was born.
It's actually built not too far from the Laurentian Abyss. It's one of the lowest points that humans have, know about.
Is this in the Atlantic Ocean or Pacific?
It is. Isn't it Pacific? Let me see.
I was about to ask. I need to know where that is, because I have never...
I've never heard of it either.
Atlantic. Yeah, it's on the eastern coast of Canada.
Oh,
the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah, most people call it the Laurentian Trench, but it's actually not a trench. It's like a valley.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it is, however, full of just hydrothermal vents, and it's one of the places where we've noticed it's kind of developed its own unique little ecosystem of just stuff. So
I love an ecosystem of stuff.
Yeah, you guys are firmly in what people would call the Twilight Zone layer underwater, which is, I think, at 1,000 meters underground. So just outside where any sunlight could get through. Let's see.
Okay, next question. Assuming this isn't too spoilery, how aware are we of, I guess, the mythos?
None. It's normal day, average day.
Okay.
It is specifically the day is the day when half of the shift are being rotated out.
So,
every 6 months, basically half the people working there get to go up and go back to their lives for another 6 months, and a new group of people come in, but only like half the crew. So I'm going to let you guys decide whether you want to be one of the crew who's freshly coming in, one of the crew who's supposed to be going out, or one of the crew who gets the glorious honor of still not going out and having already spent 6 months there and get to spend another 6 months there.
I think I would imagine my character is one of the new crew coming in.
Same. Because here's the thing: my professor
Yeah.
is specialized in like the occult, so like I have a feeling I might have a general idea of that stuff, but I would be seen as more a crackpot.
My character
Derleth Multinational is very well known for being what people would generously call accepting of new age and modern ideas. So it is not uncommon to see some people who might end up on the History Channel saying that aliens invented the pyramids.
Okay.
Oh,
gotcha.
So basically, I'm being brought in as like, hey, if something weird shows up, we need you to be able to tell us what it is.
People are living like hundreds and hundreds of feet underwater where you can't see the sun, and it's a part of the ocean that's very uncharted. The Auroch base is probably the most like advanced thing that has ever been built for like the 1980s, and there's a lot of people. Most people don't stay underwater for more than a year because they can't. Ocean madness is a term that is still thrown around at the base because you hear things. There are ports. There are these parts of the base where they have like 8 foot thick glass because the designers really thought that they needed to be able to see something besides the walls, so you can just view out into the what people now see as just black nothingness. And some people will swear up and down that they see people swimming out there.
I like
Of course,
that.
it's not. There's just creatures,
Dagon.
you know.
I like that there's a
they're
mix.
crazy.
I like that there's a mix of people who believe and don't believe because my character vehemently does not believe in the paranormal.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
One of the advances of the underwater base, and the reason why it's only partially for drilling, is because people see new shit all the time, which is perfect for scientists who want to study the myriad of new animals that they are discovering at this base at like an astonishing rate. You get them finding new aquatic fish and sea life all the time. And so it's become a bit of a hotspot for like, research.
All right, I'm way into it.
Yeah, I was gonna say so the character I was gonna do is an author/researcher. That works perfectly. I'm here to. My idea was to maybe be someone who is researching this ocean madness, maybe taking some statements, getting some interviews for a research paper at I don't know, fucking Miskatonic University. We'll throw it into the fucking mythos somehow, right?
All right, then I think the way I'll play mine is the university professor that is trying to find inspiration for various, like, they claim this thing is a cult, but what's the real thing?
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go around the room.
Yeah.
We're going to do a little we'll start with let's see. We'll just go in Discord call order.
I said, don't start with me. I don't have a name for my character yet.
And just like, I mean, okay. D, you're gonna need to hurry the fuck up.
Oh, I already. Hey, baby, it's all good. I got you. I'm right here.
Well, I was gonna say you specifically said you hadn't even started. So we're starting with our dungeon master and introduce. So we'll do a little like this is a nice little reboot, starting fresh. Hello everyone out there. I will be your dungeon master for this particular campaign. You can
Believe
call
you're
me
called
Rags.
Believe you're called a keeper, right?
Yes, they call me Keeper. I'm never going to remember that, probably.
Yeah.
So,
Let's just call you DM.
Game master is usually what most games go by.
and everyone just go, like, starting with top of the order. Just maybe give people, that way, like I said, do this as like a nice little reboot. People maybe coming in new or fresh will be able to, like, just, give whatever you want to call your your name. You don't have to give,
Mhm.
Yep.
whatever your online presence is going to be, and then tell us a little bit about your character. And once we finish that, we'll start with some other stuff. So,
Okay. Matt, you
former
wanna go
DM,
first?
it's your turn. Yep.
Yeah.
That's me. Hi, everybody. My name is Matt, known on the internet as ShadowSense. I'm playing a private investigator from Bangor, Maine, named Jonathan Carr. He was hired on under using fake forged documents under a fake name as a marine biologist. His working name is Benson Wurlitzer.
What a name.
Hired on as a marine biologist when in actuality, I'm investigating claims of shady lab experiments going on in the facility. Vehemently does not believe in ghosts and phantoms, thinks they're just stories made up to scare little kids. He has shaggy black hair, green eyes, just generally unkempt in appearance. Doesn't really give too much of a shit of how he looks. On him, he carries a .38 revolver, cigarettes, a ball of twine, and you gotta have a notepad and a little fountain pen to keep all those notes.
Yeah.
The one thing that I do believe in is my Lucky Charm keyring. If it's always on me, I will come into good fortune.
I like it.
Nice.
Um,
Next.
I guess I'll go next. Hi, I am Delilah. You can call me D. You can find me on the internet under the Delilah, I think is what I'm using most places. I am going to be playing Abigail McLean. She is a researcher. The class is author, and researcher, but I'm just going to kind of go with the researcher part. She is currently working on a research paper for Miskatonic University in Massachusetts about this phenomenon called ocean madness. She specifically wants to get interviews from people about to leave, who might be feeling it, new people coming in, maybe sort of get a bit of perspective on how it starts versus how it ends, and is hoping to spend the time here just sort of helping with the research team where she can, and getting as many interviews as she can on this phenomenon. In terms of like what she's carrying, she's got a pocket knife, and she also has like fountain pen, which I guess is just like a Bic. I don't know if you need like specifically a fountain pen to write underwater. I don't know if that's like a thing. As well as a pocketbook and a small glass bottle of ink to write with, I guess. I don't know how any of that's gonna work. We're gonna learn together. But that's pretty much her. She is superstitious, which I think may potentially cause issues with a research paper. She longs to see real evidence of the spirit world and to see a ghost. So that'll be fun. Who knows how that'll come out? And then she's the personal description is she's rosy faced. She's a little overweight. She wears very plain and sensible clothing. She has like red hair tied back in a bun. She wears glasses. Very, very I wouldn't say prudish, but very conservative in her dress. And yeah, that's pretty much her. Her traits are generous, trusting, and a risk taker. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, my character's trait is cautious. Just one. Just
I
one
think,
of them.
Matt, did you, I don't know, can you give another rundown of what your character looks like too? Just for the people at home?
Yeah.
And me?
Shaggy black hair, green eyes, generally unkempt appearance. I would say he probably has a sensible jacket over top, just like a solid color shirt and jeans.
Cool.
All the time, he looks like he just rolled out of bed.
And bringing up the rear.
All right. I'm Jaice. I'm pretty sure I'm got everything over to the Lunchador on socials now. I'll be playing Professor Benjamin Thatcher. I am specialized in archaeology and the occult. Basically, I'm a new, one of the new Lodons. You said it's every 6 months?
Yep.
So yeah, I'll be in the new batch coming in. Basically, the way I'm going to be going is I'm a university professor that's trying to find the inspiration behind the occult. What's the real life thing that made whatever culture go, this is something occult, this is something magical, this is something powerful. And I'm trying to find the real life explanation behind it. Though I do very much believe in there being unseen forces that try to affect our world. I just don't let a lot of people know that because, hey, kind of makes you look crazy. If kind of similarly disheveled to Matt's character, but more on the professor that doesn't really care what he looks like kind of deal because he's too busy with his work. I do have a wife and young daughter. I'm never without my old hip flask that's filled with whiskey. Got the general pens, pencils, notebook, and Trey is an inquiring mind, always eager to find answers.
Right. All right.
I just noticed that D posted Ocean Man in the chat.
Yeah. So as Matt said earlier, we're going to be playing Call of Cthulhu. Quick rundown for the people playing along at home and you guys in case you refresher.
Yeah, I do want to stress that this is, I think, everybody's first time playing Call of Cthulhu.
I believe so, yes.
Definitely mine. Yep.
Yeah,
So
it's definitely mine.
We're not going to get the rules 100% correct.
Yeah. If need be, I'll be bending stuff just so that we can keep it flowing. You know, if anything, if at any point we hit something where I'm like, I'm not sure what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna wing it.
Yeah.
But typically, the way it goes is everyone has like their stats, and when you do stuff, you end up having to do contesting rolls, and basically it comes down to how hard it is to do something. Give an example. Say a character has 50 in strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have you need your percentages dice, obviously. Or online roller if you want to make it real easy. But I know you guys are weird D&D people who love your dice. So if you needed to say just to do a normal strength check, all they need to do is roll below what their strength is. So in order to succeed, they would just have to roll a 50 or less.
Okay,
for
so
difficult, yeah.
So to give it an example there, I have English education at 80. So if I rolled anything under an 80, I succeed.
Yes, if it's a normal check.
Gotcha.
There's normal, hard, and I believe it's difficult or extreme. Hard requires you to roll half of what your total is, and extreme requires you to roll under, I believe it's a fifth of what your.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah, that's what it's
I
labeled as.
I see half and fifth columns here too.
Yeah. So when you're filling out your character sheet, it's better just to go ahead and do the calculate and write those down beforehand. That way you just know what you need to roll under.
The form fillable PDF that I put in the chat earlier, or I sent to Jaice or something.
You sent it.
Automatically halves and fifths whatever you put in the regular column.
That's great. Technology.
Wow.
Then we get to the so combat sucks in Call of Cthulhu. Straight up.
Sure
Yes,
does.
anyone call it something.
Yeah.
It's meant to be super realistic. So you get shot by one bullet, you probably die. You should try your damnedest to not get into combat. Now you don't have to. I'm going to tell you this now. I am going to do my best to make sure you guys have at your disposal all the means to not die.
But this is us, so
Yeah.
But this is you. All right, yeah. I'll have given you all the clues, like, officer. You gotta figure them out yourself. But
you have
like,
given us the tools. It is up to us to use them.
it's one of those things where it's like I don't think I'm not going to be trying super hard to murder you just because it'll suck really bad for someone to die in like episode 1 and then we go on for 4 more. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? That just means I could sleep in. That sounds like a bonus to me.
But we're dumb and it may happen.
But you're dumb and it may happen. And yeah.
Yeah.
Now the main pull of Call of Cthulhu is the sanity feature. And luck, kind of. I'll go over luck first because it's the easiest. You have a set amount of luck points that you have on your character sheet when you made them out. Anytime you fuck up a roll, you can just take points from your luck and add them to the roll to make it a success. With the idea of luck's kind of like magic points in a video game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
They can be refilled. Normally, you'd have to do stuff in the game like between campaigns, refill them and stuff like that. Since this is a one shot, you guys, you might find things that happen that'll refill your luck points way more, just so we can kind of keep it moving. Luck also helps when it.
What you're saying is we may end up relying on those to stay out of combat.
You might, yeah, you might. Luck also ties into sanity. Your sanity meter is kind of your real health gauge. As shit happens, you will perform sanity checks, which are just like your skill checks. You know, you want to succeed, you want to roll under stuff. The difference being that when you fail your sanity checks, you permanently lose points. Not permanently. Permanently for the game, you lose points in your sanity, right? Except it's your health. So whenever you lose sanity checks, you get points taken away from your overall sanity. With
so like say I started with 60 sanity, I fail, I lose a set amount, and now it makes it harder for me to succeed the next check.
Yes. And if you fail a lot or fail a few times really fucking bad, your sanity drops a lot in a particular round. You start going crazy. You get bouts of madness.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
There's a nice little sheet they give keepers that's like a shit ton of things that can happen to your character when they get small bouts of madness. You also have like large bouts of madness, but once again, you're not going to worry about that. In a lot of the early modules, the large bouts only happen at the end, so they're not important. And also, the large bouts are like massive shit. But the small ones, they might happen. And also, small bouts of madness are supposed to persist with you for like, you roll like a D10, and that's how many like days.
Right.
We're gonna shorten that time frame a lot. Once again, just to keep things going.
Just a quick question about sanity that I had. So, like, my starting sanity is 60, and it says under the insane box 12. When I hit 12, is that temporary insanity or is that indefinite? I'm assuming indefinite is 0, but
yes, indefinite's like
0,
really
insanity?
Close to low. Okay. Yeah. When you hit that it's when you hit that many points of loss at a time, you'll get temporary bouts. So once you lose 12 overall, you'll get your first temporary bout of madness.
Oh boy,
that'll last for a bit.
Okay, so every time I lose 12 sanity points, I get temporary madness.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so mine says 10, so if I lose 10 in a single go, I get a minor thing of insanity.
Oh, not in a single go. Once you lose 10, then you hit your first bout of madness.
Gotcha. So for me, it'd be every 10 I get one.
Same
Yes.
here. Yeah.
And then when you
Yeah.
hit 0, indefinite.
Yeah. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
But unless you guys, I
Okay.
mean, it is you guys. So I was gonna say, unless you really fuck up, I don't think you're gonna hit 0. But it's you guys.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
My rolls tend to be better when I'm a player than a DM, so
So it seems
maybe I'll
like
be
we
okay.
use. It seems like we use D10s for this one,
Yeah.
or percentiles, whichever.
Yeah, it's
Now,
percentiles. Yeah.
the biggest lifesaver is luck. Because when you lose sanity, you can spend double what you were going to lose in sanity in luck to half how much you would lose in sanity.
So if I'm going to lose 4 points of sanity, I can spend 8 points of luck to not.
To only lose 4 then. You'd half as
gotcha.
much sanity as you lose.
Wait.
Oh,
You said
yeah.
Wait.
You said 8,
to lose half.
No,
Yeah.
2. Yeah, 2. If you're going to lose 4, you spend 8 to lose 2. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's one of the reasons why I'm gonna push a lot more luck regen in this thing, because I want to keep it going. But like in the normal Call of Cthulhu, I think in the normal Call of Cthulhu game, I mean, you're gonna hit a lot of insanity points, and it's just having to deal with it as characters. This game will kind of speeding things up a bit just to keep it flowing.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
I'm not even going to tell you how combat works because I still have to look at it. It was a lot. It was a lot and a lot of confusing and a lot of why would it even go that long? You'll just die after that. But just because there's no combat doesn't mean you guys aren't going to get hurt.
I'm just excited for my character to get like whipped by like a barbed tentacle and be like, ah, shit. Okay, paranormal stuff is real. Ah, fuck.
Beans.
I knew it.
Ah, beans.
So it's Call of Cthulhu. You guys are all super hyped about the spooky Cthulhu monsters and the Arthotep and all that shit.
I
just wanted to ask,
fair amount of Lovecraft, yes.
I just wanted to ask, what is there anything, any phobias or anything like that you guys are wanting to stay away from? There's normally you have things like, if there's like, 'cause normally this is set in the 1920s, this isn't, so the things like casual racism isn't going to happen.
Right.
You guys are underwater. You guys are working. It's drilling. Shit's going to go down. I don't think you're going to have to worry about anything having to do with sex or anything like that.
Right.
Not going to happen. But is there anything that like you guys, because like I said, it's set underwater. I'm going to be doing a lot of painting word pictures about that. Is there anything you guys are not cool?
I don't think it's gonna come up, but anything that's like I have trypophobia really gets me. Where it's just like repeating patterns of just like holes. I'm not super into. Also, like I said, I don't think it's gonna come up, but anything that's like surgical gore, probably not.
Great.
You see, I could see that one coming up depending what we run into.
Yeah, surgical gore, not for me.
But yeah, you're saying surgical gore. If you were to like open up a door and there's like a severed limb,
dude,
that's
you could throw
probably fine.
You could throw any amount of like, oh, here's someone's guts just splayed out in front of you. That's fine. But if you're trying to describe like, oh, the scalpel goes in, and I'm like, okay, nope, that's enough.
We're done there. Yeah.
Don't do detailed.
For example, at the beginning of Saw 4, when they're doing the autopsy on Jigsaw's body, I could not watch that scene.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't do
throw away
detailed descriptions of surgery and that stuff.
Yeah,
I have some minor claustrophobia, but like, this kind of goes with the setting.
Yeah,
of what you're doing, so like I can deal, and it's not so much like where if watching or reading something triggers it, I have to actually be enclosed, so it shouldn't be any issue for me.
And also just a general like trigger warning for people who are listening. This Call of Cthulhu is ostensibly cosmic horror, so anything that kind of goes along with that if you're not into, you could just not listen. It's cool. We have plenty of other episodes.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. This is all. Just to point this out. Yeah, there'll be. I'm pretty sure Matt's going to be really good about it, having a list of like content warnings at the start of this as best we can. But this is a horror game. There will be horrific elements. It may not be great for people. So if you are not good with horror, existential or otherwise, please. Maybe sit this one out. Come back when we stop doing the horror. That being said, I want to throw out like specifically. This is probably not going to come up at all, but just to say it: homophobia, transphobia, that sort of stuff. No, thank you, please, none of that.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah,
1 second.
Yeah, this is never mind. I just lost it. I hate my brain sometimes.
This is a spooky game, and I'm going to be trying my damnedest to make it spooky.
Yeah,
but
this is
on
very
the
much
off
gonna
chance,
be listen at your own risk.
yeah, but on the off chance that every single one of these assholes decides to act like we normally do, and this goes from being James Cameron's like fucking monster movie to goddamn that Scream parody. We'll make sure to let you guys know in the description that it's spooky. It's funny time, but I'm gonna be trying to make it spooky.
I mean, my
We'll
character
try and give you a general spook level.
My character is working undercover under the name Benson Wurlitzer.
I mean, there's some inherent hilarity with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like just go over little things. Like I said, they're working in like an underwater base. It's the 1987, but I'm very much pushing for Ridley Scott Alien vibes.
So
the whole place has like a like you're gonna be like it's
one thing we talked about before we started recording is cassette futurism.
Yeah.
If you want to look that up,
cassette futurism. Yeah.
If you want to look that up, that's kind of the vibe we're going for with this, where it's that 1980s, but like that is what the future stuck with.
Yeah.
I think a good maybe a good vibe would be like Demolition Man,
or just like Alien.
Yeah. Like you said, Alien.
Or that one specific movie that this is all based on that we're not going to talk about because I know what movie it is.
It's where I got the idea, but like it's where I got the general idea. But like, man, I'm so happy all you guys are so excited to meet Cthulhu.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
I want to shake hands with the Tentacly Boy. What?
Did you just have tea with Cthulhu?
I want to kiss him on his tentacly mouth.
Wait, let me rephrase that. Man, I'm so happy that you guys think you're going to meet Cthulhu.
I want to create a TV tropes page with this podcast. Let's come up with a trope that's never been done.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a tall order.
I know.
But maybe I should change my character to the character name I've been working on for a gnome, which is Larvin Spread Eagle.
Jesus
Christ.
That's my new character name. Yes, call me Larvin, please. No, don't do that.
I'm not going to do that. There's
like Marvin.
There's no universe in which you could get me to call you that.
We were I don't know, we got to talking last night in another group chat with some friends of mine about like D&D names. And someone mentioned Larvin and my brain just went Larvin Spread Eagle. That's a name. So here we are. But no. I think I will stay with the going name of Abigail, which is the name I use for nearly every character I play at this point that isn't D&D. Like my vampire character is named Abigail. So fuck it.
Speaking of vampire, I want to try running vampire at some point.
Yeah.
I'd
be hella down for running a one-shot vampire game.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'll be honest. I am so happy that every single place I was like looking up and watching about like Call of Cthulhu said do an episode 0 because I was like, yes, another week or two to fucking make this game.
Now, do you have anything like?
Yeah, I got stuff down, but it's still like
very much in the nebulous idea phase.
The hardest part is the beginning.
Yeah.
I've got the back half done. And so when you guys, but like the hardest part is figuring out how to like just how to start properly with everything, you know? So like,
Yep.
I am writing that down, but like I got stuff. I'll need Matt. Hey Matt, can you send me like a map maker? I got all my maps, but I literally have them written in my little notepad. Well, not little. I have them like written on my sketch pad, drawn on my sketch pad, and I'm like, I need to make these like official because
Yeah, man.
it's just a bunch of like crappily drawn circles with lines and like stuff and like with the
Love
Things
it.
It's like, well,
and
this
stuff
will
like
do
that.
for a map
There-
until I can make it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This I'll send you the link to it, but the website I like using is called Donjon.
Oh, I've used that
John.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
I
send you a
believe
link.
That's French for policeman.
So,
no. Yeah, Donjon.
so when you're saying you don't know how to get it to start, are you talking like how to actually get us started into everything, or like start?
Like, what is the set of quests at the beginning that's going to get you guys moving? That's going to get, not just moving, like, I know what's going to get you, I know what the tutorial is. What's the first level that's going to get you guys going to where I need you to fucking go, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, I have,
Gotcha, okay.
the midpoint,
So like you have where we all get introduced to each other.
I have the
figured.
Asylum Demon done in Dark Souls, right? I got that.
Gotcha.
The problem, and I have when you get to like when you reach the blacksmith in Dark Souls and you can branch out into a million things. I don't have what's the fucking like start area, Firelink to fucking the castle. That's what I don't have done. Like
Gotcha.
how to get you to where you guys are realizing. Once you guys realize what you need to do, I have all that done. It's like, how do I get you guys to where you need to realize what you need to do?
Oh,
So
this-
you got where we meet, you got where we start actually working on the problem. You don't
Where you
have
go.
where we actually figure out, oh, something's going on.
Yeah, what the problem is that you need to figure out. There are known knowns and there are known unknowns.
I've also sent you. This website has specifically a Call of Cthulhu NPC generator.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm
Yes.
also dumb. Donjon is actually French for dungeon, which actually makes a lot of sense. Gendarme is French for
Policeman.
cop. What?
I was going to say, Gendarme. That's my favorite Star Trek
Okay.
race.
Yeah.
The Gendarmes.
All right.
Yeah, remember when Picard had to like mind meld with one of them?
No, I only know that because of fucking Disco Elysium. That's literally where I'm getting that from.
Wow.
Wow. Anyway.
Yeah. That's it for, I think.
Okay, can I go
Session
back to
0.
sleep now? Good night. Bye, everybody.
All right, that's gonna do it for our episode 0. Where I'm excited to play this, and we'll see you when we get to doing the dang thing.
Yes.
All right, bye everybody. Have a good night.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Night.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Moral Ambiguity. If you want to get in touch with us, you can find all of our social media links at beacons.ai/moralambiguity. If you like the show, feel free to give it a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and any other platform that allows you to do so. If you have a friend that likes Dungeons & Dragons or other TTRPGs, consider sending them the Beacons link. We would greatly appreciate it. See you next time.